Hi everyone and welcome in. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Flicker a Fortune. I am your grateful and gracious host, Auntie Flame. And today we're just going to be doing a timeless tarot reading. I feel like this message needs to be shared for everyone who hears it. So if this is reaching you on your For You page, please take a stop, take a listen. I feel like this is really genuinely meant for you. So that being said, of course, this is an energy exchange, so please do me a favor. You could like, comment, share, and subscribe to claim that energy, claim this reading, and hopefully make better sense. I'm using the Lightseer Tarot today, so let's go ahead and get started. Shuffle, see if anything pops out. I hope you guys are doing good today. I hope things are staying blessed, and even if you're not in the middle of your blessings, I hope soon, right around the corner, they'll appear. All right. That being said, Six of Wands in reverse. You need to stop procrastinating. That's what you need to do. Stop procrastinating and just do the thing. Okay? The cards genuinely believe in you. Seven of Pentacles. Keep it up. Keep going. You know what you need to be doing right here. Page of Swords. Again, there's something that you're procrastinating. And all the cards already are saying you need to grow. You need to build. Do not let... And I'm saying this with kindness. Don't build excuses where they don't need to be. Do not build excuses for yourself when you could be actually doing the thing and you're building your excuses to procrastinating. Don't. Because this card right here is saying you're leaving yourself out in the cold. You're the one messing with yourself. The Hierophant. Commitment, baby. You have not committed to this great thing that you want, whatever it is that you're willing to go after, but also procrastinating. Yeah, you're not committed, darling. With all respect, there's a lot of confusion sitting here. A lot of like, are you gonna do it though? Are you? And cards are not on your side here. They're calling you out hardcore. Queen of Pentacles, they want you to build something. You're capable of growth. You're capable of building this thing. Knight of Cups, though. I feel like Knight of Cups showing here is like we're using emotions as a way to deny, to delay, to focus off of what we need to be doing. And I don't like that, darling. Next is the Lovers. Oh, okay, so we do have a choice here. That's good, though. But the problem is, are we going to choose wrong? Because Ace of Pentacles, I feel like we're shooting in the wrong direction here, darling. I feel like where you think you need to start, I feel like genuinely, I keep getting mentor. I feel like you're going to benefit from a mentor here. Somebody to help you with guidance, because while you're starting, I think you are trying this journey, you have no idea where to begin. You're just kind of aimlessly going, yep, that's good enough, and moving on. And it's like, having that mentor, somebody who's already has the lived experience of what you're trying to figure out, is going to be priceless, darling. So very definitely mentorship energy. We need to stop procrastinating. We need to figure some things out. We need to dedicate ourselves to whatever it is that we're trying to chase, and we need a mentor. Ace of Wands, and that was just as I was shuffling. That popped out. Beautiful card, by the way. Ace of Wands. All right, we're flipping. Don't be so focused on what you've lost. I think that's where your melancholy is kind of bringing you. And listen, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be a little bit melancholy, but these cards are basically saying, like, you can't live in that state and expect better things to come. I think that's where the procrastination is kind of coming in too. The cards are saying, like, you're living in this little state of, ingratitude, while also not chasing. You're procrastinating. What is it you genuinely expect? You expect someone to come in and save you? Like the cards are asking you, do you expect someone to come in and save you? Or are you gonna, balls to the wall and get it done, hon? Like, there are legitimate excuses in life, and then there are excuses that we just tell ourselves to justify our inaction. And I think the cards are calling you out on your inaction right now. Ooh, we have a card pop out. King of Wands, lovely. Yes, we need to step into that fire, that passion, and we need to let go. We need to let go of that pain, that Three of Swords energy, that heartbreak. Again, very legit heartbreak. Don't blow it out of proportion. Don't let it dictate the rest of your life. And I think that your support system is needed. Like, you need to call on your support system. Even if it's not like, I'm not getting this huge, like, support me. Like, you're not desperate for attention here, is what I'm trying to get at. You're not desperate for attention. You're actually silently crying out for help, which is both terrible and unnecessary, with respect. If you have a support system, reach out. And if you don't, this is your sign to build a support system. Be a part of this community, I feel like nowadays a lot of people assume and expect support to be immediate. Like, your friends are Amazon same day shipping, and it's like, no, we all have lives. We all have this modern demand to keep us doing what we need to be doing. And there's no reasonable path to being always on, always available, always ready to help. Like, that's not a reasonable path. That's not a reasonable path for yourself, and that's not a reasonable path for the people around you, because that path for you would lead to burnout, and that path for them would lead to dependency, and that's not what we're trying to build here, honey. I think we're starting to recognize our strengths. We're starting to see what they actually are. But don't let competition discourage you, darling. Don't let, there's so many other creators in this space. And I'm saying creators because I don't know if this thing that you're procrastinating is like a conventional job. I don't think it's conventional school necessarily, but I do think there is education required. I think this is a journey of learning, in a sense, and maybe not a conventional learning journey, but that's okay. But don't worry about the outside noise. That's what these cards are saying. You're going to go through a huge transition regardless, a transformation, a transmutation, so to speak. You're going to take the old, transmute it into the new. You also need to decide, though, what you're bringing into that phase of your life, this phase that you're stepping into, that you're discovering, and you're kind of reevaluating. You need to evaluate what negative patterns you're blind to for yourself, that you do. Like, this is a self-evaluation here. You need to look in, and you need to ask yourself, what patterns serve my highest good? What patterns of my behavior do not serve my highest good? And what patterns of behavior may I be obscuring myself to? Do a little investigation. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to... we got the Queen of Wands just popping out. I was going to say, we sometimes find it a little bit hard to leave those patterns behind. But with the Queen of Wands here saying, you're more than capable. Just do it. Just create it. Just make it happen. I think people underestimate you because of your generosity. And that's kind of helped put you in your own cage. I think that you've put yourself in the box of everybody else's expectations. What do you want? What is it that sings out to you the most? I feel like not that you're worth so much more, but you have so much to bring to the table. You are worth so much more, actually, but you have so much to bring to the table. You have so many opportunities, so many things that our modern society wouldn't put inherent value on. And it really sucks being in your position, because again, people tend to take advantage of that kindness. I think people see the kind acts, the kind aspects, and assume that they can take advantage of you. And it has been the case up until recently. I think this is part of the career and maybe also the transformation of your personal life. I think you're going to be making some big changes for yourself, darling. And these are good changes. We have the Three of Cups as a part of this. This is something that you need to do in order to better protect yourself. Do the thing. Do the thing that makes you happy, because it's going to help set you free. Four of Wands. Again, stability and starting. You just got to start, lovely. You just got to do the thing. And don't be so impatient with yourself. I think that's another thing. I think you expect things to fall into place right away. Just boom, this is how things are going to go. It's good. And it's like, no, that's not how life goes. Life is not a video game in which you can put in a certain command and expect always the same command to come out. That's not life, And I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure when you put expectations on life like that. I think with the nostalgia and the heartbreak, it's really easy to lose yourself into your procrastination and to your reasoning as to why you don't start. But that's genuinely, it's a thief of your time. It's taking your time and time and time, and it's going, what have you built? You haven't built anything. These cards are very kindly calling you out and saying, listen, you're procrastinating. You're not doing what it is you say you want to happen. You're not taking the actions that you need to towards it. So what are you doing? The Sun, we want the happiness. We want the happiness, but it's going to take hard work. Eight of Pentacles. Listen, it's a rough start. I'm not going to lie, but sometimes the perfect place to start is in the mess, because you're only going to grow from here, right? And again, this could be anything creatively that you're considering or you have considered and you haven't been able to get to because of obligation or, again, legitimate excuses versus some excuses that are a little bit not legitimate, my friend. And I really, 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 really need you to take a good look at yourself. Stop harboring guilt that other people have instilled into you. Stop worrying about other people's perspective of you. I think that this is one of those situations that you can't expect the support of your loved ones, unfortunately. I feel like you're kind of like idealizing a situation. You're putting the blinders on your eyes before you've had an opportunity to truly open your eyes. And of course, we want to see the situation for how we think it is, because it hurts less. But I'm telling you what, you're lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself if you really genuinely think the situation is good for you. You have a lot of hope that it's good for you. You're really, really clinging and hoping. But every action that has been taken has told you straight up, no, this is not what you need. It's like the universe every step of the way has said, like, hey, what did they do to you? And you went, oh, well, that's not what they meant. Or, I mean, if that's what they meant, I'm sure it's not that bad. Like, you've made excuses, darling. You've really tried to idealize the situation, and it's created this false stability, this false foundation for yourself. I don't like that, because that's living in a form of denial that's kind of scary. It's dangerous, because it's like denial, that idealization of seeing people as what they aren't and what you want them to be. It's a little bit more heartbreaking when you realize that they aren't that person. But you need to focus on you, darling. And the reason I'm saying that is because emotionally you've been out of balance. You've been so focused on just everything but yourself. I get everything but me. I'm focused on everything but me. I'm focused on the heartbreak that other people have given me. I'm focused on the injustices that I have had to face because of other people. I'm focusing on the emotional guilt and manipulation caused and perpetuated by other people. So when are you going to step out of that version of yourself that accepts that? When are you going to start? Because I'm not going to lie, it's going to feel like a lonely and difficult journey, and you feel like you're not going to be able to do it. I truly feel like you feel that it's worth hiding behind the lies and the delusion for you. It's not healthy, but for you, it's a manageable. It's manageable. It's a manageable path. It's something that you can see yourself doing. my love, I don't believe that this is the best for you. I feel like you really need to go within. You need to focus on your intuition, on that inner voice, because your logic will only get you so far. But I think that your logic has kind of put you in awkward situations in which you had to use your logic as a weapon against yourself to help justify the excuses of other people and the excuses that you absorbed for yourself as well. Yeah, we need to go within a little bit. Feel within our gut. If something's not right, we need to speak it. We need to say why. Page of Cups. It's exciting. 10 of Cups. Ooh, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. So it's like we start setting boundaries for ourselves. We actually start to address these root problems. We see really good things. 10 of Cups is celebration. It's about completion. Things happening as you want and as you intend. And getting balance. And the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, 2 twos. And all is in accord, all is in balance. We're getting balance here. So it's like the moment we stop absorbing excuses of others for ourselves and for them, the moment we start setting boundaries is the moment that things are going to change, and they're going to change in a very positive way. I think that the initial journey for some of those people along the way it's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be a little bit tumultuous because change isn't always accepted by everyone. Change is something that a lot of people inherently fear. And I feel like you're coming out on the other end of that. You used to fear change because you didn't want the dynamic to change, not understanding that by accepting the toxicity, you're the one who's mainly suffering. We're not suffering here though. This next phase is we set boundaries, new emotional beginnings, new happiness, balance, accord, things happening as the way they are meant to. I'm almost getting a camaraderie, like people coming together, being able to put the past in the past, knowing who's truly in our corner. I think that's going to be a big part of this aspect too, is as you set up those boundaries, as you start to grow, as you start to change things a little bit, you're going to see who's really on your side and who genuinely benefited from your complicity, however you say the word. I will say though, sometimes it's okay to not be in control. Sometimes it's okay to not be in control, because I feel like control is what has served you up until this point, but control isn't going to serve your next phase. I don't think controls are going to serve your next phase of you and who you want to be and the image that you're imagining for yourself. I don't see that for you. I see growth. I see heartbreak, yes, but I see release. I see letting stuff go, stuff that doesn't impact you anymore. Being able to put stuff down that it wasn't even yours to carry from the beginning. And no one said this journey is gonna be easy, darling. Telling you that right now. This journey is not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be incredibly rewarding. It's gonna be difficult in the amount of effort, the amount of disillusionment you'll have to untangle from yourself, from others' perspectives, etc. But it is so rewarding. I'm seeing the effort, the rewards. And we end with because I did the entirety of the deck for this reading. I just couldn't help myself. The Page of Wands, the Hermit, and the Knight of Pentacles. Here it's basically saying you are meant to do more, but you have to heal in order to move, in order to be forward, in order to have that freedom that you need for the next bit. Okay? So at the end of the day, I need you. I need you to, one, if you don't already have a support system, that's where you need to start. Build up a support system one way or another. Two, if you already have the support system, fantastic. You're already ahead of some of these folks here. So you have your support system. Then it's, who do you need to weed out? This is also going to be a difficult part of the journey. It's not an easy situation to accept someone who is so toxic in your life, yet society, everyone tells you you need to love and trust this person. We're in a modern day society now, so if people give you a hard time about this person, this situation, whatever this may be, just remember at the end of the day, you can make it on your own. We're not in the we're not in the ancient hundreds where we have to build family as a form of survival. Here in the modern day society, we can form alliances, we can form family outside of those blood expectations. And I feel like someone within your circle or someone who you are considering to be a part of your circle is not the person that you should be investing your faith into. I think we should really re-examine our relationships, really re-examine how we see people, because that level of disillusionment I see it ruling a lot of your life. And again, it's a form of keeping the peace, but you're the one sacrificing your peace in order to keep the peace. So is it really peaceful, or are you just making a situation in which everyone else is happy but yourself? And I think you're finally starting to see that you're not happy. I feel like you're starting to recognize the role that you play is not the role that you're wanting to be in. Whether that be, I don't know what role you play. It could be a scapegoat. You could be the golden child and don't want to be the golden child anymore. You want to maybe right in the situation. Maybe you're on the outside looking in, and whatever that situation looks like to you, though, genuinely, I think you need to stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses and absorbing excuses that don't hold weight or water. Because at the end of the day, you are you. Nobody else can be you. Nobody else can decide for you. But how is it that my cards are telling me that you're letting people decide for you? You're letting people figure things out, and I can see that you're unhappy with it, but you've just kind of gone along. Again, I keep getting like you're a peacemaker. You want to keep the peace, or that was the role that your family assigned for you. I'm telling you right now, darling, if that's not the role that you want to play, be bold, be brave, and be curious. Don't play the role anymore. Set up strong boundaries. Look up what boundaries even are, and I would also recommend what not to do with boundaries, what boundaries are and what boundaries are not. Because some people have, a lot of people nowadays, set your boundaries. But boundaries are, hey, if you're going to do this behavior, I don't want that around me, and I'm going to recuse myself from your presence. Not, hey, I don't like that behavior, so I'm going to make you feel guilty as shit and tell you it's my boundaries until you stop it. That's not boundaries. That's manipulation. With respect, that's a form of manipulation. Hey, it's my another one, and I will be sharing personal stories along the way, of course. One of my favorites was a younger nurse, fresh out of nursing school, in the ICU. Bless her heart, had no idea what boundaries are and kept using them incorrectly, in the sense of, oh, it's my boundary that nobody called me before I get my med pass done. And it's like, that's not a boundary, hun. That is you making a request, but policies, expectations, everything surrounding that is telling you, no, you need to pick up that phone. That is your responsibility to pick up that phone. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Don't go along the route of trying to control others' behaviors with your boundaries. Look into what boundaries truly are. Look into how you can navigate the world better with boundaries, because boundaries are, honestly, I think it's, instead of a double-edged sword, it's a double-edged improvement, because on your end, you're less stressed, you're less overwhelmed, you have more time for yourself to dedicate to what you want to do. And then the other person, they're not going to have that expectation that it removes a lot of confusion. It removes a lot of room for manipulation as well. Because if you have a loved one or a relative or whomever, even a coworker, saying along the lines of, oh, I'm just going to need you to do this. And I don't know where I'm going with this, other than just set your boundaries, darling. You've dimmed your flicker, you've dimmed your flame, And now it's really hard for you to listen in on that inner voice to tell you who to trust, who not to trust. I think it's time for you to genuinely sit down and put a pen to paper. I think you should write out, so that way it doesn't seem so easy for your brain to just kind of dump it. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like unless you see it out written all on paper, the entirety, the totality of what you're dealing with, you're not going to take it seriously, and you're going to continue down this same path of procrastination of, I don't want to deal with speaking up for myself and advocating for myself because I don't want to rock the boat. You do realize you're already rocking the boat in a sense by having this awakening, this understanding of like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I want to change. I want to make this change. You are already making these changes, just very subtly, very small steps. The bigger stuff you're procrastinating. I can see that. And I understand why. It's really difficult. And I just got this kind of as a message, but when your parents don't show you what actual emotions are, it's really hard to be an adult. And I'm getting the feeling like you've had to deal with a lot of manipulation. You've had to deal with a lot of gaslighting. You've had to deal with a lot of questioning yourself. At the end of the day, I think you really, really, really need to re-examine who is worthy of being in your support circle and who actually supports you, who cheers you on, who wants you to succeed, because those are the people that you want, and those are the people that you should want in your life. So I hope that this reading brought you some clarity. I hope that whoever this reading lands upon and they can see that this isn't something that you should ignore. This is something that you should definitely put a lot of time into thinking. This is you, your psyche almost screaming for help, and you don't know where to start. I mean, you've already started. And I think people are picking up on that change. Stop procrastinating, reevaluate, and you'll be okay. I see those boundaries. Again, you have to do a little bit of research into what is a boundary, what makes a good boundary, what is a not a good boundary or a manipulative, tactic. Because boundaries can, walk the line. They walk the line. It is your responsibility to find where the boundaries are and where the manipulation is, and to dive into the boundaries territory, not the manipulation territory, okay? And it's going to be difficult. I feel like you're going to have to work through not perpetuating patterns, not intentionally. Again, this isn't out of maliciousness. This is out of learning. This is out of you seeing the situation, you seeing yourself, you seeing the growth, and going, holy crow, like, what do I do? Oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. And it's like, darling, you've been on this journey for a little bit. You've been procrastinating for a little while. I bet if you sat and you thought about it and you looked back a little bit, you'd be like, yeah, I see where it started. I see where I started questioning. I see where I began to reevaluate. I would love to end this reading. I'm getting in the habit of reading my karma cards at the very end of each reading. So we're going to go ahead and end this reading on some karma cards. 3 piles, planet signs, and houses. And I'll read off maybe the signs, planets, or houses. Maybe that can resonate with somebody. I don't normally do the astrology bit, but I'm learning. Then you separate this into 3 piles, and together they create 3 sentences that you read from the top. So, one moment. Well, I do hope that you were able to gain something from this situation, this reading, and that you're not alone. People go through this every day. This confusion, this not knowing how to handle the situation. Totally fine. Totally normal. You're okay, honey. We're all just little fish swimming in the river, so to speak. I think, though, you need to have a long, hard look at your support system, who you want to be a part of your support system, and who do you think deserves to actually be a part of the support system. Without further ado. Very interesting. All right. First sentence. Cherish cooperation to perfect what makes you feel secure. And we have Venus, Libra in the 4th house, just in case, and anybody's interested in the astrology of it. But cherish cooperation to perfect what makes you feel secure. That's exactly what this whole reading was about. you're questioning things, you're feeling insecure, you're understanding and feeling the guilt, the manipulation, everything. You're feeling it. So what brings you security? Well, people that don't lie to you, people that don't manipulate, people that don't gaslight. That could be a place to start. I'm just saying. This is about figuring out what you need, what you want, what works best for you. Anyway, line 2, enjoy decisions about support. Boom, right there. This is not coming from a place of unkindness and cruelty. This is coming from the kindest and least cruel place that you can be, of just wanting to protect yourself. And it's sad when we have to protect ourselves from the ones that we love, but sometimes it's necessary. So again, enjoy decisions about support. I think that, again, this is your support system. This is really enjoy who's in your circle. Really, really cherish the people that are around you, and make sure that they do the same, that it's reciprocal. We need a little bit more reciprocity. All right, charm, art, and beauty are the way to, resulting from the fairness shown by your home base or family. That one's a little bit more tricky. I think this is basically saying that the support system that you're having a hard time with is a little bit closer to home than what you would initially think. And that's okay. It is okay. I think I'm getting this feeling like it could be just a misconnection, like a misunderstanding that then just kind of snowballed. And with that specific last line, I'm getting like older aunt, maybe, like older woman. So it could be mom, it could be grandma, it could be older aunt, somewhere along those lines, maybe an older cousin. I think that maybe that person can give you the perspective that you really need, because they have a clear set of eyes. They can tell you the family stories without the embellishments. Okay, like, look out for the black sheep of the family, because they, of course, can give you probably the best kind of tea, and decide who is worthy of being within your inner support, because it's such a scary space to let somebody in. And we want to make sure that the people that are in that space truly care for us, truly support us, truly want the best for us, because that's what we'll want for them too, right? So I think to end this reading, again, I love the closing bit. At the very end of the day, I'm going to read it off again. Cherish cooperation to protect what makes you feel secure. Enjoy decisions about support. Charm, art, and beauty are the way to, resulting from the fairness shown by your home base or family. So there's a lot of wisdom there, lovely. And I hope that tomorrow you'll join me for more additional wisdoms and insights. Of course, you can find me on all major platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all the bells and whistles. And if you guys can think of any other platforms that I'm considering Twitch to do live streaming, but tell me what you think in the comments below. If you, again, this is an energy exchange, so if you did receive some sort of positivity from this, I do kindly request that you give me a like, a follow, a share, anything, just to take a moment out of your day for the time that I put into this. So I wish you all the best, my Flicker. What you see right now is the aftermath of the chaos, and you're questioning those foundations. And it's okay to question those foundations. It's okay to get the support that you need. Don't feel guilty. Just do what's best for you. Until next time, Flicker.